GCK King's Circle with Pastor Dr. W.F Kumuyi.
We are delighted to have you join us on today's episode of the GCK King's Circle. I am Princess Godia, and to co-present with me is
Prince Seth. Thank you for joining us today. As we all know, in today's world, we have great and amazing leaders. But there's this particular one that captures my attention. He's the author of many incredible books, an inspiration to young people globally. I'm talking about Dr. W.F Kumuyi.
Yes, Dr. W.F Kumuyi is a transformational leader and an incredible writer. He is someone who invests so much in reading. I'm sure you are eager to learn from him. First, listen to this song ministration.
The rock on which I stand when everything around me is shaking. I've never been more glad that I put my faith in Jesus. He's never let me down. He's faithful through generations. So why would he fail now? He won't. He won't.
Young people across the globe want to be significant. In this generation, for one to be significant, that individual must learn the skills of reading and writing.
I agree with you. Pam Alina captures the inseparable nature of reading and writing. Like he said, and I quote, reading is like breathing in, while writing is also like breathing out.
That's an interesting way of linking reading and writing. Dr. W.F Kumuyi will give us more insight on why it's essential to read and write to lead. Stay connected.
A person born and God intends to be a doctor and lead in the medical profession, he must read and write in order to lead. A person that is born and God intends that he'll be a prime minister, a leader of nations, he must read and write. Anyone that God has raised up to be this or that must read and write. Reading and writing in order to lead. Readers become leaders, and leaders continue to read. Remain in the way of life and in the way for life. That is, you remain in the way that will lead you to where God has ordained for you. You remain in that way. The readiness to learn. And if we don't have that readiness, we don't amount to much. We learn, and we'll start learning the subjects. Learn the subjects, because what's this going to do for me? All this I'm learning, it's going to project you, and it's going to take you to the place where God has ordained for you. You learn the subjects. You learn also about yourself. Who am I? What can I do? What will I do? What am I caught out for? What am I supposed to do? We need to learn that. What do I find easy doing? What do I find difficult doing? What's my natural habitat? What do I do? And it's like a second nature unto me. You learn the subject. You learn about yourself. You learn the skill that we learn today. And as you are willing and you are ready to learn, the Lord will promote you. He does not promote an ignorant man who knows nothing about the society, who knows nothing about administration, who knows nothing about what to do, and then bring him to the top to lead a nation. You must learn. Look at Proverbs chapter 9. I'm reading from verse 9. Proverbs chapter 9, verse 9, give instruction to a wise man. A wise man, he has learned the basics, but he has not stopped learning. Give instruction to a wise man, and he will be yet wiser. Teach a just man, and he will increase in learning, reading, and writing, in order to lead. Now, why do I read? Well, when you were young, you were reading because there is an exam for you to pass. You read to relay. You read to recite. You read to give them back what you have learned. And as you go on in life, we learn to retain. You learn, you read, we're reading, so that we retain what we have read. If you read, and you read in such a way that you don't retain what you read, it amounts to nothing. It's like you have not read, because when you get to the exam, you cannot relay, you cannot reproduce. We learn so that we can reactivate. There is that thing within us that will lie dormant, that will lie dead if we don't read. But when you read, you wake up that sleeping giant and that sleeping professor that is on the inside of you to reactivate what you have. And we read so that we can research. The author, the writer of this topic, of this subject, I got to this level. I read him. I don't stop with him. I read to research and go beyond him. That is how knowledge increases. But then I read to realize everything I've read, to bring practical performance to what I have read. If I learn that this is injurious, that learning must be retained, and I must remain in that way for life. The good things we learn that make us sound, healthy, progressive, spiritual, that makes us to be on top of the world, all those good things we've learned, we'll keep on in them. What you hear here, what you've heard before, you remain in the way of life for life, all through your life. And then at the end, you'll have the joy that you are a learner, a leading learner, a promoted learner, a progressing learner. Every challenge, every difficulty you come across, the Lord will pull you through, will take you through, will make you an achiever. Nothing, no stumbling block, no opposition, no pressure, no rejection. Whatever your power can do in every life. We thank you because we know you have answered. In Jesus' name we pray.
Seth, I'm inspired by the sentence, readers are leaders and leaders continue to read.
That's awesome. In fact, I'm motivated to cultivate the habit of reading and learning to retain, to reproduce and reactivate. Our viewers, I hope you got something too, and you are equipped with the readiness to learn.
Readiness to learn is essential for all aspiring leaders. You can be a leader. We look forward to having you join us on our next episode.
We believe that you've been impacted. Pastor Dr. W.F Kumuyi would love to hear from you. Please visit our social media platforms and don't forget to join us on the next episode of GCK King's Circle. Be your dream, be royal.